Warning, this podcast contains explicit language and anything said or done here is for entertainment and informational purposes only. Last Goes Friday is a podcast launch where four dudes talk about career stories and how they're going into it, business, tech, and entrepreneurship. Please kindly do not take it personally. It's all for good fun and it's all jokes. So what's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the internet? Welcome to another episode of Last Week Was Friday. Welcome. So, as usual on this episode, today, sadly, we are just 3-man team on this episode. We don't have much to do. Our Shego Sime is not here. If you know Shego, he's the guy that speaks in syllabus, the back-end dev. Shego is not here right now. We have Musa Obed here, your favorite analyst, your philosopher of the year. He is one of the brightest, smartest, youngest philosopher out there. He soliloquies on his own. He says his major work that he believes God has sent him to this life to do, aside improving Nigeria, is to think and write. So am I right? Oh my God. Anyway, that's nice. And then Prince, on the other end, genius with the mic. So Prince just got a new mic. And Prince is Prince also the analyst. Will I say?
Correct that statement. Prince got Musa's mic. Let it be known that I influence guys to go and buy a particular kind of mic.
Yeah, they no go sponsor you. I just mouth. They no go sponsor you. I just mouth.
You really tell me we will quit out
very soon. So anyway, guys. So why Prince is still talking to Babe? Fuck him. The guy who breaks this boy's heart in Jesus' name. God Almighty, that man that is trying to destroy his heart. He will smash it. He will melt it into pieces. Oh my God, she will take it and tear it. And anything that happens for after that, Lord, let him go to the gym. Let him buff up. This relationship, this phone call will break his heart in the name of Jesus. Holy Spirit, take control in that. Don't worry now. Keep it up first. Boys, they do one or twos.
So that
is that deep? We have interesting topics. So once first start with SSI, that's Ilias stuff, and then we'll move on to the open AI stuff, and then the woman sues a company that didn't give her work but got her paid for 20 years. She sues the company because they didn't give her work, even though they were paying her for the 20 years. We have a quote of the week, and we have
we'll talk about it.
Yeah, quote of the week, and then we have a question for the week. Yeah, so a question to bug you guys' mind and let you guys think about one or two P's like that. Anyway, that's it. So to start with Ilya. So you guys, if you don't know, I'm going to move this to a different tab because I don't really stress myself when I get two screens.
Yeah, we have to start with the manifesto, bro. That thing is blood.
Let me read it out loud.
I had to post it on my Twitter, and literally say this might be like a revolutionary mission statements, bro. Because it can have the same impact as I don't know if you know the Amazon Jeff Bezos' shareholders letter, the one that he
sent.
Yeah, the long-term gain is the most important priority. Let's sacrifice profits in the short term, reinvest it into the business, because we'll get more shares and like market share. So be able to equity much more.
Okay, let's start from. So this is coming from SSI Inc. Super intelligence is within reach. Building safe super intelligence, SSI, is the most important technical problem of our time. We have started the world's first straight-shot SSI lab with one goal and one product: a safe super intelligence. It is called Safe Super Intelligence INC. SSI is our mission, our name, and our entire product roadmap because it is our sole focus. Our team, investors, and business model are all aligned to achieve SSI. We approach safety and capabilities in tandem as technical problems to be solved through revolutionary engineering and scientific breakthroughs. We plan to advance the capabilities as fast as possible while making sure our safety always remains ahead. This way, we can scale in peace. One singular focus means no distraction by the management overhead or product cycles, and our business model means safety, security, and progress are all insulated from short-term commercial pressures. We are an American company with the office in Palo Alto and Tel Aviv, where we have deep roots and the ability to recruit top technical talents. We are assembling a lean, cracked team of world's best engineers and researchers dedicated to solving on SSI and nothing else. Is that you? We offer an opportunity to do your life's work and help solve the most important technical challenge of our age. Now is the time. Join us.
Calm down.
Ilya Soskovic, Daniel Gross, and Daniel Levi. June 19, 24. What's up, bitch?
What kind of Optimus Prime call to action are you doing?
Nothing. We are starting with SSI now. You don't finish the talk to Bill. I don't appreciate that relationship with scatter. That's really better than our friendship.
Bro, when you listen to this podcast again, you can't pray where you go play against that relationship. Jesus. We think in an ex.
No, just the observe. You will be surprised why the woman leave you. Anyway, we're starting with.
Okay.
I go. If the relationship becomes scatter, will you come? You bring my prayer points.
Why me? As I be pray for things, make things spoil. They one of my talents.
With negative prayer. Okay.
Yeah, I get one time for secondary school where one guy mom see like that, and parents call me, see when they follow me talk. See what's up now. They say I cost their son one time for just one when their son steal my stuff. See up to now the guy see they thief things. See make I beg forgive and break the course. Guy, it shocked me. At least secondary school that year, I'm like, what the fuck, man? Say make me I pray. Musa do they press your phone.
You cause the son to steal things.
Yes, now the guy thief for me. I can't talk say they go I can go steal until one day they go catch him, they go do a strong thing. So
And the parents came to ask you for forgiveness.
I swear I'm not making this up, bro.
Maybe they buy you car now.
Prophet, thank God. If I cash out to
Yeah, I know I've been this secondary school. I don't get sense now.
You don't get sense
Yeah.
because you are forgiving him.
Yeah, I say I'm forgiving him.
This is
Without,
when you keep stealing and stealing.
this is before FE for sure.
easy for FA now.
Okay. Because for FE, I don't say cost. You don't cost. Which kind of cost do you cost? You don't cost for the cost for FE, bro.
For FA, we dey even dance a cost the work self.
You know what? Some guy teachers, they drop dead every minute. Like,
Bro. Anyway, so to start with, we have SSI. SSI is basically Safe Super Intelligence. You've heard the memo already from Ilya Soskiva. He's one of the OpenAI's former co-founder and board member that left. So one thing that many people don't know is that Soskiva was one of the guys who part of the coup to fire Sam Altman from OpenAI. So now he was part of the board members who wanted to fire him. And when they fired Sam successfully, he was also part of the guys who were like, bitch, I want that guy back on this team. I just want him back. And then he also was part of the guys who signed the paper to allow Sam Altman to come back to the team. So, and that's where they started having their, breakout and stuff. I think apparently, based on the rumors, that I've been hearing, that there's something about security that Sam Altman is not taking really serious, that Soskiva is not happy about. And that's where their own Kini started having one or two, breakouts from. And so, yeah, they separated and they went their separate ways. However, now they're back. They're not back together. They've left, I think a month ago or so. Soskiva left OpenAI. He announced it on Twitter that you stop pressing your phone now, like be in the moment, bro.
Well, I'm not even pressing phone. I'm listening to you.
Okay. That's how they left. So now, there is something called Safe Super Intelligence, and their only goal in this life, Kwano, is to produce AI that is safe. Let's start from there. What you guys thought about
So
that?
is it the guy that left Sam Altman that made Super Intelligence?
Yeah, him and two other guys, one investor and one other AI researcher.
First of all, there's nothing online that is safe. Everything is just information farm, and you are the livestock.
This guy has such a negative view. Every single thing.
You are just the fucking livestock. Everything they say, if you like safe for back end, three-way,
Bro, that chat by that chat of software engineers comparing 2018, like the drop in hiring of software engineers in the US, guy. Compared to 2018, like, bro, it's 2024, it has dropped to like more than 90% of highest
Well,
of software
why
engineers.
do you think so? Like, why do you think that hiring has dropped?
Why do you need to hire 10 more engineers when you can do it with ChatGPT?
Well, I get that part. But I mean, like software engineers are still very much, but people are still building more product, like more startups
Like,
during that
go
whole
back to the
time that has been dropping.
fundamentals. Go back to the fundamentals. As a company, the underlying code for your, like, let's even say like your core products, right, have been developed. The core code that you're securing, that you don't want anybody to see, has been developed, technically speaking. Software engineers, at the end of the day, right, are to ensure that, there are fixes, there's improvements, etc. So now, if you had a team of like 5 guys, why do you want to keep hiring when perhaps those same 5 guys can do the work at a more efficient pace now because they have the support of like ChatGPT? So what's the point of hiring more? What are you hiring?
Leverage. That's break. You see, you people are always looking for
that's actually true.
That's
actually true.
All the thing they hire your black ass to some places, guys, for diversity. Like,
I swear, diversity is basically tax avoidance at this point.
Guys, tax break. Like, the more people you hire, the more tax breaks you get.
The more diverse, exclusive, and unequal people you hire.
That's why they hire some people like that. You know that on God, these people are not changing anything in this company, but it's still helping them in the long run. So people are more selfish. Like, it's the same reason why people give away things in the States and like, oh, they are so philanthropic. No, it's tax break because they find it as expenses.
You guys support this. Musa, does somebody have their fan in front of them?
Oh, that is just my bad laptop.
Oh, okay.
But my laptop the reason wants some kind of codes. So my laptop
no, breeze is blowing audio. I can hear it, and it will be annoying when I'm editing. That's why I'm like, Prince, you're not the one. It's Musa.
Can you hear it better now?
Nah, I can't hear that thing again. Thank you.
It was
the poker. Now come you laugh me.
Yeah, you go expose yourself.
My laptop always blowing.
Wait, egg up. Like, how can't I even come on shirts?
I understand. 3 shirt, let's do it. Hey, nice.
No, like, with your roommates.
No, you can now. There's no problem now.
You are saying that why hire people when they can do work better when there's system. First of all, it's just like the more money you make, the more you want to do some things. So let's say you start a clothing brand and you are the one. Let's say Rihanna is tailor the best set of Fenty clothes, and now she's making millions of dollars from Fenty. Do you think she wants to touch the tailoring kit again? Personally, me, I write code, so I will never write code again in my life. I don't write code again. I'm not a nerd. So if you start OpenAI, 3 of us like this, we start OpenAI, and OpenAI starts to make money. I don't want to be doing R&D and be researching and be writing code and be debugging. Hell no. I want to go and be like this NVIDIA CEO who will be sign on top breast. But I want to sign on top breast in fucking hour.
So we
need to do the code because now I'm ahead of that.
But differently, like this one is regarding now. Forget what this one is regarding the AI stuff right now. How or what threats do you think this can actually bring? Like I understand the movies we've watched, aside movie thrillers and all those things, all those sci-fi imaginative stuff. Like how dangerous is this AI stuff that this guy is really, really, going crazy about it?
Guy, to put context for Ilya Sutsika, this is the man, like when you're actually talking about AGI, like artificial general intelligence, like he has even switched from talking about AGI. Have you noticed how like the conversation is not even really about AGI again? Last year, the convo, like not even last year, some months ago, beginning of this year, the convo was really about AGI still, artificial general intelligence. Now that convo is out of the way. The convo is not super intelligence. To put context to Ilya was, so we were talking about AGI. He's literally part of the pioneers. And like the guys that understand this thing better than any other person, both technically. And like they mentioned technical, I think like 2 or 3 times in that manifesto. Do you understand? So I think there's just something, and like with the comment that you made, if okay, he sees that Altman does not take security so well, that
Yeah.
means he's trying to communicate that perhaps
Is
the
it-
code or whatever it is that they are building, right? They are not putting security measures, like technical security measures, maybe like all these power off button to kill AI, like that kill switch for AI. Maybe these kind of
Yeah,
things they're not considering. Exactly. And he's trying to ensure that for all, like the artificial general intelligences, there must be a power switch, a power off button automatically. So this is somebody, like, obviously he has a very academic background, and also like,
Yeah.
the whole point of OpenAI before some announcement, blah, blah, was let's try and build this thing that will help humanity, non-profit, blah, 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 rosy. Of course, then you bring like a YC Combinator guy into your field. Like, what the hell do you expect? And at the end of the day, like, obviously, this guy is like trying to ensure that, like business, collaborating with different companies.
But do you know the funny thing, right? They would have still like, even though they had like, even though it was like they needed money to run it. I was listening to these guys all in podcast, right? Now on All In, they were talking about the potential of them still making money. So these guys, what's their name? There's this browser, Opera. Is it Opera or what's their name? Is these guys that have a
Brave.
browser or something? Not Brave.
What's the talking?
Onion.
No. It's one of those old things that we used to use. Mozilla. Nice. Mozilla. So Mozilla, right? Mozilla Foundation is like, actually, I think it's open. Either it's open source or I don't think it's open source or not. But that's aside. My point is that Mozilla Firefox is non-profit, right? Non-profit in the sense that it allows you to non-profits, meaning
By your thoughts.
yeah, by my thoughts. The notification came on screen. So anyway, non-profits, right? However, they still pay people and they have a profit arm. So now the whole organization structure is non-profits, right? And they have a profit arm that funds the non-profits, right? So the profit arm is what does the job, does everything, like the interaction part, pay for stuff that funds the non-profit part. But the whole organization structure is non-profit at itself, right? Like that structure has been able to collect money. That's the structure that's the profit part is what raises money. The profit part is what it meets investors and stuff like that. But the non-profit is what everybody sees.
How can you have a for-profit part in the non-profit?
Yes, actually, it's very technical. But if you listen to the episode where the All In guys explained it, I think I'll find episode and send it. I told you guys.
You don't mean that finds it one guy. Like, bro, if you have a for-profit guy, we're gonna raise the 1 billion or how many that we need. And we'll build the in-house and we'll put the money back into the infrastructure.
No, the thing about being a non-profit is that there are also benefits to it. Like being a non-profit allows you to make rules that you believe are guided for humanity. Like there are certain things about being a non-profit that protects you against like taxation, all those things. Like you guess than being a for-profit. Being a full for-profit is a full business.
Being a for-profit is to maximize equity. That's the whole point of like for-profit business, maximization of equity, shareholders' equity. If you're not non-profits, like you're trying to maximize a value or
avoid tax,
whatever you create for yourself or you're following, you're trying to maximize that particular thing. So of course, government is like, we're trying to promote it since you're not trying to maximize equity. So if you're telling me that I have a for-profit wing, I'll use my for-profit wing that is trying to maximize equity, and I'll just be pumping, and I'll be taking the tax.
Now.
I don't understand. Yes. It sounds like cheating to me.
It sounds like, but it's legal. And you need to listen to that episode of All In episode. However, my point being, where was I going with this thought now? My point being like, what was I going with this? Distracted me.
Wait, I think we're asking the wrong questions. We are thinking about like their cover of humanity. Let me bring in the main question here. How do you claim OpenAI is not focused on security when the whole idea of OpenAI initially was to be open source? How much security can there be in open source in something like AGI? That should be the question.
It's because it's open source doesn't mean it's safe, actually. I think because it's open source,
it can be safe if it's open source in the first place. Because sometimes completely open source means that it's for all of us to play with.
It can be safe with open source now.
If I can play with source code, how is there safety in the first place?
because there's somebody who approves that merging. There's somebody who approves
I
the
must not
code.
merge it. I can see the source code. I can play with it. I can just copy and paste in my laptop and start working on it.
I don't think it's every part of the open source that is open. UK, when it
No,
comes
they
to
want
open
us to be totally open source. Like
I'm coming.
everything
Let me ask the experts.
is
When
totally
it comes to
open.
open source, is it every part of the code base that is open, or just a major part of the code base? Every single part of the
Open source is open for all, free for all.
because depending on the
So how
license,
do
but the
you
licenses
expect
that
it to
covers.
be implemented if it's not open source?
Like a brothel.
What?
Like a brothel.
Like how explain this? How they form the hotel enter AGI?
Okay, so I just asked someone now, and she said that there are licenses that actually back the open source that defends them to say like not all parts of the code should be distributed. You get. So there are licenses that do that. I'm sure they'll have that now as well because
Not all parts of the code should be distributed, but everybody has access to the code. How exactly does that
there's
work?
it. That's how.
Yeah, you have access to the code, but you are giving a license that not
No,
everybody.
now that part of the code that should not be distributed
Which
will not
part
be shown to
exactly?
the
What
public.
I'm trying to say is that
But you have shown us.
you have already
No,
shown
now.
us the source.
No. See, the whole thing, that part of the code.
Oh, I beg, bring you to make another machine.
that.
In the case of OpenAI and AGI, because the idea of AI, everyone knows how these shit are trained. They are trained with generative AI, LLM models, all this fucking shit. So we all get the idea. Then we see their source code, that means we can see the training model. So if you are restricting the parts that makes it secure, that means you are restricting the whole source code because the code itself is like when you train an ML model, let's say you train something to predict the price of corn, and the thing has trained over the past 100 years of corn prices with interval weekly. Are you following?
Yes,
When
sir.
you finish training it, the AI, the trained model, is mainly saved in something called a pico file. That is the AI itself. That AI doesn't have a restriction. That is just a trained model. So if something that keeps on training like the GPT model, because they keep on updating it and it keeps on learning, that means most likely it's either self-supervised or it is open. So when you say ChatGPT is open source, we are not opening the source to the fucking the UI. That is nothing. Everybody knows how to do UI. Shebosef can do UI. It is the main code that is being trained that is open source. That way people can train it and teach it different stuffs. So how then can you make something like that safe while still being open source? I don't understand, because I understand, let's say Adobe is open source. I don't know how
Like is the fundamental. So like before
the fundamental idea of it being open source is that we can all train GPT model and play around with the major GPT model and add more data points.
Yeah, but I think there are different versions, right, of like each model. So at the end of the day, if, for example, I don't know. So there was were you on the call? Remember that time that Shego was for one of the businesses that Shego wanted to like run, like we actually got the code and like we asked these questions, we proposed it for something else.
I remember.
I can't remember what model that was. So like there are different models. So that's why the first model that came out, right? That technically is the original model in the sense that is what the company allowed to be public first. Yes, the future like the upgrades and the updates at the end of the day, right, are variations. And you'll be able to compare, okay, like even if it's, Elon Musk's biggest worry, which is political correctness, and even if it's like in the sense of how political correct has become, yay. That was it's like it's in the sense of it becomes so people use it such that it's now perfectly political correct. That like you can't say the N word, like you can't take sides, all those kind of things. You'll be able to compare it to the first released model that has been. So last, you can know if it has been in quotes corrupted.
Yes, you can. But what I'm trying to say right now is that the main idea for open source in the first place is not to help humanity. The main idea of open source is to remove the budget from R&D. Companies spend billions on their research.
How would you say the main idea of open source is not to help humanity?
This guy has...
See. You are a CEO. You don't really try
Yes.
to if there are trees being planted every afternoon. You are thinking of profit maximization. It was like as trivial as open source is. The main idea of business is being secretive. Let only your team sign all the fucking NDAs. Nobody knows what is going on. And software work. But in the .com era, I'm currently doing a course on big data, and they spoke a bit about open source and all this shit. The .com era, we found companies. I don't know why I keep on thinking of Adobe. I'm not sure it's Adobe. Maybe it's a company that's similar. Some companies made their source code open source, and they have lasted till now, and they're making mad money because of the idea of open source is that the world is now your research and development department. You don't need to pay for that shit. Anybody can do it. The only place you have power is if you want to push it. They need some form of like people to validate and test whether it is worth pushing. But the baseline model of the company, everybody can make what the company has. Anybody can try to improve it, but you need access for it to be mainstream. So if something like ChatGPT or GPT technology is open source, it means that anybody with internet access can train GPT from the core, from the main core of GPT. And even if you don't merge it, anyone can just Ctrl-Z, Ctrl-V to their laptop and keep on coding it in and try to make it better. So when they first made open source, I'm going back to my first point, when they first made open source, some companies were like, you're dumb, you're giving away your source to the world. If hell, we even steal from you too.
I'm sure they had like too much curry and like Thai.
But what they did not expect was that no matter how much you steal, you can't compete with everyone. So everybody at once is the same reason why Linux is so impregnable. You cannot really hack Linux. Because so when there's a problem in Linux or Linux, whichever you call it, all I have to do is just the same way Windows be like your Windows having an issue. It will be like, oh, you know, say that internet is bad, it will tell your browser did not open as quickly as before. You like to report it. If I click yes, I can even write a note. That thing goes straight to the fucking source. Everybody in the world, all the hackers in the world that use Linux, when they see a problem that they've not seen before, they don't want it to affect their system. So in their free time at night, they will fix my bug. Which is not a bug, when internet is my problem. But
you sound so correct, but I don't believe that that's exactly
it, bro. So
last episode, I tell you say KK they sound like specialists in conspiracy theory.
I did
like how the world works. Like think about it. Linux systems are the most secure and everything. Because
I don't know shit about code. You might be saying absolute BS, and I'll be like, yeah.
No, he's not saying absolute BS, right? Like there's truth in what he's saying, but I don't know. I find it hard to.
I say I don't know about code. We're in the same position, my guy.
Linux is the best.
Musa, we're not in the same position. Musa, we're not in the same position. Wait, let me clear Musa. Musa, me and you are not in the same position. You started writing code this year. I've been playing with this thing since the 80s, bro. Since the 80s.
You need to understand the full idea of open source. You can't hide in open source. Linux. Anyone can make Linux system. We can start coding right now and we can't.
But if you can't hide, isn't that the point of security then?
There is no security because of open source secures itself.
No, I mean like so security it's a paradoxical way of seeing security in the sense that because it is open, therefore everyone is protected.
No, because it is open and people's interests are at stake, they will do anything possible to protect themselves. But then again, Linux, Adobe, all these things are not AI. Okay. So the main idea of security in AI and open source are trivial because it's being open source. Everyone has everything available to them. There's nothing hidden. There's no hidden compartment. There's no hidden shit. You can add
but check, like OpenAI does not. I don't think they share.
They are not fully open source, but that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
If they are arguing about security, I thought the first argument, the initial argument, is that they wanted to be open source, completely open source, but they are not. So if they are not open source, why are they arguing about security? It's trivial. That's what I'm trying to say.
So Ilya is the person, right?
Yes.
Like argue against security. So I think like again, context to Ilya. Ilya is like an academic, scientist, like technical scientist when it comes to like
he's like a researcher, basically.
Academic.
Yeah.
And of course, he came with the idea that this particular product they're building is going to help when we get to a position whereby we have artificial intelligence and people with bad intentions want to use artificial intelligence for wrong. So they're trying to like play ahead of the game and say, let's think ahead of the bad guys. But again, the bad guys, the frustrating thing about human beings is that they're smart. That is actually the annoying thing about human beings. Because all of a sudden, right, if there's the right incentive, in this case, like hypothetically speaking, for some Altman, like to turn this thing into perhaps one of the biggest revolutions that has happened. The equivalent of like trying, we found an atom bomb in the 60s or whatever.
Yeah.
Because that's literally where we are at this point, right? So the trajectory of history will paint you as an Einstein. So the incentives to take it to a position whereby your own glory will be glorified or be magnified, right, is high. But like, yeah, I want to believe. Again, all of us might be wrong because we have to see really what super intelligence is. But let's hypothetically say that super intelligence is a kill switch. Like that's what they're trying to create for artificial intelligence. Should it be a kill switch? Then technically, right, Ilya will be the one in quotes to save humanity. I was listening to a video. I'm sure you guys watched it. I was listening to a video that somebody asked Elon Musk, who do you think will be the president of America by 2028, I think, or 2027? Elon Musk laughed. Like he literally laughed and said, like, so the person said like Donald Trump or no, okay, sorry. The person asked Elon Musk, who do you think will be the president of America by November? Elon Musk now laughed and asked the person back, who do you think will be the president by 2032? Robots or artificial intelligence bots? Like, bro, I was laughing. Like that kind of laugh that, like we're all fucked. Basically, that laugh that like at the end of the day,
Yeah, we are genuinely fucked because of open source will bring evil. But the main idea of open source is as there is evil, there is good. So you have to believe in humanity. But do you really want to believe in humanity? When people like egg up our out lose with the AI.
How do you mean now out lose?
Believe me.
I'm not. Why do you guys like to pick me out for all those?
I consciously made the decision in the episode to not talk about ego. So I'm not going to say anything against you.
Why? Like when you guys want to say something, use a big language or big English, and you decide I'm the one you want to attack. Doesn't make any sense.
Let's stop that. Let's stop. Okay. Let's
go.
If something can be either open source and everyone has everyone can make a problem. You are going to choose right now, Musa Ego. People are going to make a choice. These are the two parts of you can't stay on the fence. Either open source or closed source. So open source means that everyone can be a fucking villain. But that also means that they are good people. So just like Linux system being open source, anyone can make a virus. But more people need it. So there are more people that are solving the bugs. That's why it is very secure. And now the flip side, this is AI we're talking about. So it's very powerful. So do you really believe in humans and make it fully open source? Or two, it should be closed source. Do you really believe in corporations? You know they are idea and department. What if OpenAI they are evil? Would you rather have everyone have a superpower or one bad person have superpower? These are the questions. So make your choice. Which will you pick?
Everyone or one bad person?
No, there's a chance that the person that has it is bad.
Yeah, but like it's one person with the superpower versus everyone with the superpower. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Right. I think we still go back to the Second Amendment.
Me personally, I want to open source. I mean, because
it's the same thing as the Second Amendment. Would you like that only the government has gone? Or would you prefer that
what
everyone has a gun for themselves?
I'm not answering that question because blue states.
It's the same question. It's the same question.
Yeah, I asked you. Don't ask me about Second Amendment.
But you have answered by saying that like you want everybody to have it. You have already said that guns for everybody. It's the same thing, bro. Like
so have you made your choice? You're trying to twist my word, you fucking consultant.
Anyways, for me, I think that at the end of the day, the important thing is really.
She's so democratic with his answer. Bro, answer one. I say no place. You're telling me end of the day.
True. At the end of the day, I think the important thing, more important than like which side should I choose is what are we using? Like, where does humanity want to go? what
It shouldn't have
exactly?
made it in the first place. It shouldn't have been public in the first place.
Eh?
Like, in my opinion, but if I was the one that did GPT, I lie. I know there's so much money to be made from selling API, but I'd rather sell to nobody will know about it.
I don't think they expected it to blow this much.
No, it is natural it will blow this much, but like I wouldn't have shared it. Some things are just better kept a secret. Like now in Pentagon and fucking Area 51, they've obviously had this thing for over 30 years, but they've been quiet about it. The reason I'm so now also
But still, like, well, my question still remains, which is like, for me, unless you answer the question, like, okay, where does humanity actually want to go? Yeah, we're all fancied about, oh my God, super intelligence, oh my God, artificial intelligence, but like, to what end? Like, what is the vision of the future that we want to get to, that we need AI so much for? Like,
it's just shareholder value that I'm trying to maximize. Now, this is the difference.
But that is purposeless.
Our conversation always brings us back to communism, which I've not really talked about.
Please just says the most outrageous things. Like, you don't
always bring us back to communism, which I'm not going to talk. Because think about
Did you have a class in communism in uni before you graduated?
There's no stop line as long as we are trying to maximize profit. Maximize profit doesn't mean we're trying to make $1 billion for this thing. Maximize means we're always trying to go up.
But okay, no problem, man. But if that's the way that human beings have been working, my question then becomes, when we are maximizing profits, there has to be a coordinated way of ensuring that people maximize such profits, but in a way that does not hamper with the future. Like, bro, at the end of the day, and I think that should be the function of government. The function of government should be that.
Government also maximizing profits. The white Pelosi.
Musawa is your background, bro.
People maximize passwords.
I feel, but even governments act this way, as you rightly stated, like in comparison to, because at the end of the day, US is like US Limited versus China Limited versus Spain Limited. It's like corporations. If you imagine them like
Nigeria LLC.
Yeah, Nigeria LLC, the stocks.
Nigeria and Sons, who don't show LLC.
Stocks are negative, bro. They have been negative for the past 60 years. But anyways, if this is the point, I think we need to start asking critical questions as regards how do we really think about how the incentive structure works for human beings? Because if profit maximization and economic progression is the entire focus of human beings, right? Then our brain has been given to us for nothing. At the end of the day,
your brain has given to you for nothing.
For nothing.
No, for nothing in the sense that, like, if we're not able to control our incentives for profits all the time, like, we're not able to reason a way out of ensuring society, like, not take like, if we're not able to, if we're not able to reason a way how to, like, save humanity and how to protect humanity against loss tremendously in the future, then what exactly do we have our minds for?
Okay,
because what is the difference? A lion in the jungle, a lion in the jungle is trying to maximize the profits of avoiding hunger and being full in his belly. It's the same thing with the way we are doing profits now. Like, trying to maximize profit is the same as being a lion that wants to eat more and be satisfied to abundance and sleep.
But the thing is that the lion has a limit to satisfaction rate. How much antelope can he eat compared to our billionaires? What I want to say on the flip side,
which is worse.
What you're saying is that how can we guide human greed not to fuck up the future? The way to actually say it is we have to refer back to Sir Kanye West. What he said was, why are you guys laughing? It's actually brilliant. What he said was that the greatest designers, that my dream is to be forgotten. And everyone was like, yo, this guy is on Kodos. But think about it. He said the best designers, the best work of design are people that we don't even know they invented something. Let's look at this. He said, look at the sidewalk. The designer that did that, who is, you don't remember. But the design was so good that it's everywhere and it seems like it was always there. I started clapping for the nigga.
Wait. Let me ask you a question.
So what I'm trying to say is that whoever did that was so selfless that they cared more about the humanity and not profits. That they let it's just like seatbelt technology. Was it Volvo or Ford that came up with the technology for seatbelts that saves lives? And then they not put patents, so everyone can have the safe seatbelt.
Imagine they put a patent on seatbelts, you're gonna drive your
What do you say?
Imagine they patented seatbelts, you're gonna drive your Tesla.
Yes, most people would have done that. Then you will now start to buy only the car with the good seatbelt. Or every other car company, you have to increase
In
their price.
history, I was reading in history actually where cars that came with seatbelts were more expensive because people were like buying cars and then having seatbelts added onto the.
What's the alternative, sir?
Before it became compulsory, cars were coming without seatbelts, right? And then some cars started adding seatbelts as per extra features to charge more money, and then people would choose. They'll be like, "Oh, this car has seatbelts, for your own safety. It comes at $299 extra, that kind of fee." And then
would you like honey on your pizza?
Exactly.
What's up?
It's true. Oh, that's true, ladies and gentlemen. Shego Sime is here. Billionaire Nexo just arrived with. I think his plane just arrived. It's flying on a low key thing. Are you back, Shego?
Partially.
Okay, it's good to have you back, motherfucker. We're just talking about random stuff. Basically, we're talking about seatbelt.
Go at you.
What?
I go brother tell us why not only you, we just the cost anyhow.
No. He was like, guy, I want to edit this thing, but there are so many fucks, shit, LGBTQ in this episode. Like, what should I do about it? And I was like, leave the, remove the misogynist, remove the LGBTQ, but leave the.
Like what? The one you're marketing is not the real one.
Nah, I was like, remove all those ones from the snippet and just leave the other, leave the fox and all.
So why do you now align and comfortably say those things if you don't want to present those things to the other world?
No, like when we put out snippets, right? I don't want it to be in the snippets. Like people will just take that snippet and just drag us with that snippet and this bastard. This guy is talking to woman.
Maybe we tell you since
because they're lying.
Did you hear this guy? Who's like, this
guy in the hotel.
I swear God, this guy he talks babe, bro.
This guy saying you are lying. Like he's such a bedly voice, like as if he's in bed. Shego.
Yeah, this prostitute, man. This guy is a fucking prostitute.
Shego, where about?
Yeah. Moving forward.
To bomb picking cost to Shego.
Moving forward.
What's the Pampas price? Okay.
What about now? They're alright. Shego, they're alright. Now multi-millionaire with that. I think we'll have
a question for Kikere, and it's about the Kanye West story that he gave, which is essentially that. Well, yeah, technically, well, I have a question for you, and I'm going to let you choose what you want. So I'll ask you, Egop, since you're not here. So Kanye West said, you understood the story that he said now, Kanye?
Yes, I understand it. I watched the interview.
Okay, with Mr. E.
Yeah, Mr. Kanye West.
So if that is the case, my question now becomes, God now that created everything hypothetically, right? And he said, and he literally put scripture on me. Does that mean that he's not a good designer? Because
he's technically getting forgotten now. Like how many more Christians are there in the world than they were before? Yes, now. Like in the US now, being a Christian is not a thing that people rave. It's like being a virgin. Nobody cares anymore. You're like, oh, that's lame. Or, oh, yeah, sorry, move out of this party. That's how it is right now. If you go to the US,
so
it's the same thing. How am I lame? Oh, the fuck. That thing hit me first. I was like, you're a bitch. Motherfucker, fuck you. Fuck you, Musa Over Wazani. Fuck you.
Calm down. Leave me go.
I don't blame you. I mean, they follow you, they gist for this podcast, and they reduce my steez like this now.
See the guy I'll ask a question. So, but like, what's your position? So your position is that Kanye is right. That's what you're saying. Yeah, no, because you see
Nah,
that
I kind of understand. I understand where Kanye is coming from, right? Like I do, but at point, I don't think it's 100% right. Like some designers are well known, even though they've done their stuff, right? Like some of them are well known. Like for example, I don't have for example, like.
Wow.
Okay, Kike, I be ask a question which is technically that regarding like what you talk about Kanye. So I say, okay, so Kanye said best designers, right, want to be forgotten. So what of now God that hypothetically created everything, right? And at the end of the day, like he still wants to be known. So he's not the best designer based on that logic.
I don't follow you talk this one.
Please let me go around my own route.
You
I tried to thank God.
Let's
I
talk.
was like, I said God is technically getting forgotten, because we humans
I
don't
got
get.
that way I got upset though, that God is getting forgotten.
I don't
Yes,
follow
now.
you talk. Shisha, good
You
day.
know, in the follow babe talk,
You don't
you know,
this artificial intelligence topic that we still on.
What?
Are we still on the artificial
we're rounding up on it.
So we still get
I
all
think,
this shit about one laugh.
yeah, you guys to share your final thoughts on it. So let's move on from the Soskiva issue.
Like I said, the first thing I said on this podcast, all these things, no one cares about humanity and all these things. It is all farm, data farm, and we are the livestock. So a farm would like to convince the hen that they actually care about them becoming fat, but in reality, they just want to eat them when they arrive. And that's my conclusion. Any new AI software will come and be like, yo, these people, they are doing this thing, they are doing that thing. So they want to taste your data. It's like fucking politics. This person did not do this thing for you, vote for change. Now you don't see change. Leave that one, vote for Balablu. You don't see Balablu now. So everybody, they use the downside of their competitors to try to get a piece of the pie. So I just generally feel like everything AI, they're trying to chop from us, which is why we need to create our own. So our own self will chop. We can share the national money. And that's my conclusion. Thank you.
Well, my position differs a bit from Prince in the sense that I believe that I'll go to the last point, my last sentence, before I come to the beginning sentence. And essentially, I believe that the principle of living life should be love. And by that, I mean the understanding that the advancements of the other human beings should be our prime goal. And if such is the case, then we are motivated, right? And if everybody is motivated to ensure that the other person's life is much better, then at the end of the day, everybody benefits in a way like equally, or at least in a way that does not harm people. Because then, in quotes, the logic could be a competition of love, whereby a competition of I want to improve this person's life better than he can improve mine. That should become the logic of how people are living. But now that if such is the case, and like if a human being lives under the principle of love, right, and this particular definition of love, then I do believe that humanity, like humans, they are good humans and they have good intentions, and like they are trying to work best for human beings. However, on the other hand, if like a principle, this is not the principle guiding like a person or a nation or whatever, then of course the basic baseline then becomes the incentive structure, in the sense that the incentives that you put to human beings then becomes what is more important. So if you want to make them behave a certain way, you touch the incentives that are at play. So, on the first hand, love should be a principle, and by love being a principle, then we are assured that there are people trying to better humanity. But if that is not the case, that love is not a principle, then the second thing applies, which is the incentive structures, because then that will be able to determine if people are good guys or bad guys. Like literally, like a lot of the institutions and nations on the earth, they like citizens, they are all claiming like, oh my God, peace, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, like there are people that are interested in that, but it's really about incentive structure. Give them be giving them Gary for 2 weeks. Give Europeans Gary for 2 weeks. Let's see what happens. Like just Gary, maybe they chop on 1-0. Maybe they do it for 2 weeks, just 2 weeks. And like cut their lights for 12, like cut 12 hours of their lights. So you get half lights and Gary once a day for 2 weeks. And you see that the incentive structure matters a lot.
Like I think the way people think is, which is very fairly justified, I will rather be fucking rich and give my money to people and know that I'm giving it for the right causes than to trust someone else to do that. So I think that's the incentive. So yes, we are trying to better the world with AI, but also I want to better the world by becoming fucking rich. That way I know where to drop.
But I'm not suggesting that there's something bad.
Yeah, so it's logical. I respect people that are rich, to be honest.
No, like I'm not saying that there's anything bad with being rich. You think I want to be poor?
Yeah, but like some of the ideas, they really don't care about humanity for the idea. The idea is to become rich, then care about humanity with their
which is where I'm saying that now. I mean, so that's why I said love as a principle and not like something or whatever. Like if your principle is that I want to be able to help somebody else. So if the purpose of why I want to accumulate wealth is to help somebody else, right? Then I think you have an argument to make, and we can justifiably say, okay, yeah, you have at heart humanity.
By your statements, Pablo Escobar selling drugs to American children to better the Colombian children.
This is getting darker. This is getting darker. Well, thank you very much.
Do you want us to explore? We can actually explore this particular case study if you want.
Let's write it down. We'll explore it in the next episode. I'm serious. We'll explore it in the next episode. The title of the next episode will be called Greater Evil. Sincerely.
No. Now we need to
what?
The title of the next episode would be Greater Evil. I'm writing it down.
Something fucked up doesn't happen. Like if Russia has not started a new war.
Yeah, enough of this.
Bro, we have to talk about Putin.
We have so many things to talk about, guys.
Bro, BFFs.
Yeah, it's all Next, how was your week? How was your week, guys? Let's start. Forget.
Everybody should summarize their week in 1 minute so that we'll actually talk about it.
Yeah.
My week was good, Chris. How was your week?
My week.
Yeah, what did you do this week?
I'll start with before the podcast happened.
Yeah.
Today alone, this is Saturday, my only free day. I have 3 parties. I have hotspot events, and someone called me. You guys saw it. Just invited me to cybersecurity hackathon ability. All today that I'm sacrificing. I didn't even pick one to talk to you motherfuckers, and you all are talking to babe. When I was here sacrificing my day and my social life, people don't need to find wife. Musa, Ego, beauty corporate. They talk to baby, shy teeth.
I think he's lame.
That's an inside joke we and the listeners just created for ourselves right now.
Yeah, so when you listen to the episode, you get it.
MF. That's my day. Next person, my week. Next person. Oh yeah, we also launched. I discussed something like a month ago that there's something I'm working on, and I've not really said it on the podcast. Clothing brand Catch Collections launch on Monday. You should clap. Please.
Let's go. What are you guys doing? Tees or hoodies?
What? No. It's actually bespoke traditional wear, Nigerian traditional wear for like world global markets.
I hear for Nike, but I was like for like. I was saying you all put Nike for trad. Oh, cheap.
No. It's not like I said. It's bespoke. So like we handmade.
You see the screen?
For the users,
I was confused. I kept hearing something. Oh, listeners don't know the meaning of bespoke. Are you insulting them?
Yeah, they don't know. Bespoke means made for a particular.
Listeners are not watching this. There's only one person that will put this for himself.
Okay, bespoke means made for a particular customer or user. So usually, if you consider yourself an elite or a king, you need bespoke wares. People don't just buy suits from the shelf anymore. You see James Bond stand and everyone is measuring. That's bespoke because they make it beauty for your body type in case you get belly, and I can even say you get belly. So that's it. We have bespoke wares for African attire. We will attach the link to the site in the episode.
So it's basically like regular tailor that sew clothes here in Nigeria.
It's not regular. It's another level. It's like
package out. Sell your market, my brother.
No, it's actually Senator Pro Max.
What's the unique
ABC chairman type of level of quality. No one way
I feel you, my bro. What's your unique value proposition? I believe in you.
What do you say?
What's your unique value proposition?
Guy, we're late. I'll finish my week.
Oh man, I love this man. This man is one of a
You got
kind, bro.
literally destroy the business model with Nigerian tailors.
Yeah, so the link to the site will be on the IG page will be on.
Okay, link to the
yes
site
now.
will be
So
on.
if you charge like $200 for each one,
Well, that makes sense.
For bespoke, if you think about it, guy, do you know how much a bespoke suit is? Go and check.
he flog these biscuits.
Yeah, like
No. You need to know your level, bro. I said we have
I'm
to
already-
You're telling me.
yeah, I'm already
Take two.
Adamu, no be Adamu they make for.
yeah, now for big spoke people.
Now for Rich Housing, now who they make for no be Adamu.
Yeah.
I'll
You
take
guys-
two. I'll take two.
Thank you, Billionaire next door.
I beg you to this boy. This boy, I will take two. You take two. Take two what? Take two what?
Bespoke suit.
You should go. You take two bespoke.
I said I'll take two bespoke suit.
Be
not so about that. You saying they function? Yeah, I know there any family function.
They function now.
They
You
function.
sound like a sweet people I was calling high for toilets.
Yes, man. I went in. He audio mistakenly opened that time. In the talk, say, what else do you want? You know, that kind of
Assumptions are dangerous.
Yeah, I like the assumptions I have right now. They are dangerous.
They will hurt you.
They won't hurt me. They will hurt the baby out with.
Yeah, Ego, how's your week?
My week, bitches. My week was fine. I saw a friend this week, and I was happy that I saw that friend. It's been a while. We stayed together for
Ego
a
is
time.
now a man. Woo!
Yeah, but it was nice. It was nice. So aside that, I went to church this week. I went to church today. I went to church today, and I'm trying to make new friends now. I've been going to church actually, so I'm trying to make new friends. And church is like one gathering place where I go to like try and talk to people, go out, so I can like connect.
Hey, please, you remember that episode? He's trying. No wonder he's like partnerships.
Mm. Don't go for your own function, but
so like church is one place, and I have this really cool friend that I like the field she's in, and we're getting together to have ice cream sometime this week. So that's nice.
Sunshine brightens her field.
Sunshine.
Guess what happened? So today, when we were together in church and she came, she made her hair, which she looked so good on it. And she wore like these Damian jeans like that. She looks so nice. She's tall, right? So she came in and she
wore what?
Jeans trousers.
I had jeans. I don't say
I want to assume it's denim, but
that's what I said. Denim. Denim.
He said denial jeans.
That's what I said, denim.
Wait, can you hear us?
I think she can hear us partially. Yeah.
Okay.
She's saying that how she loves that, that they're laughing at me. Everybody likes when they're making mockery of me. Even my brother. My brother said he listens to this episode and he looks forward to when they are trolling me. Like, especially when they pay salary. Cut your salary for 1 month now, you go corporate. Anyway.
Daniel, no fear, you cut your salary, come my way, you go pay him again.
So Daniel,
Daniel,
we get business. I go cut your salary hypothetically.
I go go buy shawarma for Pesich.
It's been a while we ate shawarma. I may buy shawarma for them this month. It's been a while. Anyway, moving forward.
Well, he's not your bespoke customer.
Yeah.
You know he will patronize you.
Anyway, in terms of like the business, what's podcasting as usual, it was nice. I started nicer weekends this week, so I put out like all this stuff. I've tried to write it down, all the stuff that went out. That was nice, to be honest. I'm really, really grateful for like that. In terms of the business, we had a new customer coming on board, like a returning customer. So the customer came in one time, and then we did work for her, and she liked it, and then she came in a second time. So I did a thing where I was like, hey, thank you for coming back. For this second time, I'm going to give you like a $5 discount. And then I give her a $5 discount. I'm like, looking forward to seeing you come back again. And there's this thing I started doing where now the customer came in because she was like, they're trying to pick between me and other people, right? So what I did was I did an extra thing. Now it's very simple, it's basic, but I listen.
Negotiation. I did wine.
I did listen to the whole episode, and then I went to do a timestamp for the whole episode, and then I sent it to her, right? So like now my whole reasoning is that like other guys that she's looking into are not going to give her a timestamp for the episode. So I told her, hey, I know this episode is short and this is a timestamp that I just made to help your listeners listen to it better. Does that work with you? And she was like, oh, this is great. This is nice. Thank you, David. I'm guessing that's why she's back this second time. And I gave her a 5%, a $55 discount this time to, try and boost my chances of signing a full-time contract with her. So, yeah. So that happened.
You know what? Illegal.
See,
Illegal.
when it comes to my when it comes to my business, bro, my brain is like ping up and doing. Anyway, I think that's
You reach my point, you want downside down.
I've been trying to feed UK Gary for all this while, but she's not eating the Gary. She wants to take fruit smoothie.
Catch connection. Is it catch?
Full link in the description. You guys are outside Nigeria in the diaspora. Follow Kashi Collection.
Maybe like shawarma, maybe like once a day.
Yeah, follow Kachi corrections. Anyway, I think that's most
catch
collection, not catchy. I beg.
Okay, catch.
CACH collection.
Catch them young. Anyway, I think that's the summary of my week. I may go to Lagos next week. Yeah. But that's it. Basically, that's it. Yeah. Musa, how was your week? Yeah, next week, June. Yeah.
Next week, June.
So how was your week?
Well, it was okay. Guy, I think I'm at the point in my life where I'm probably doing like 10 tasks at the same time. And depending on time pressure, I focus on that particular one.
Bro, I say.
Literally, it's like, okay, if I don't have to deliver on this one, maybe like 2 a.m. It's like 2 p.m. tomorrow. Priority for today. Deliver. I was like, I'm the kind of person that I hate lots of tabs on like my system. I hate that stuff because for me, I hate mental clutter. So I also hate like those kind of things. But I think my system has been on for like 4 days or something. With tabs. I can't. It's like the only way I'll be able to like view things and work.
We will make a rule on this podcast that once we start recording, nobody goes on their phone to the end of the record.
Shut up! You just did it when I was talking. When I was trying to talk about love.
That's why the rule applies to me too now. Like I'm not saying it. I'm like it's the rule of law. Everybody's under the rule of law, including me.
Unless you have money to be above it.
Exactly. Right now, none of us have money to be above it. Especially here, this ecosystem we have, this economy we have here. There's no money that is above it yet, so everybody obeys the rule of law. Moving forward, continue your week. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, so like when you stop, so what did I? In terms of task, I think I was able to like deliver like 2-3 like reports kind of stuff. And obviously, like I had the podcast conversation with the permanent secretary of the Ministry of Finance. So that was quite good.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to check that out, it's on the evening gym. Aside that, I also started like going back to reading. I always love reading. Like I've been going more stupid each day. Like in the past few months, because whoa, okay,
yeah.
I don't mark my head.
3 months ago, Musa for don't pull out one spreadsheet. They give us the
guy.
Go back to the first 10 episodes. Musa, they give us the points.
Musa could just align spreadsheet. But like, if you look at this point in time here in 1985, the fuel price dropped, and then all of a sudden in 1928 it went up.
Moduka said this, but his wife for him.
The Tinubu $1 trillion economy is affecting the dollar price. If you check Senator Mohammed something, Musa,
like was waiting for this. Like he was waiting for this.
I think Ego hates me because he does this every day with me.
Oh yes, that's true. Evening due.
Yes, now, yeah, like it's so fucking annoying. Every time I'm editing, any of my friend that hears his voice will be like, "Why are your friends more mature than you? Like, why do they sound more mature than you?"
Yeah.
That shit annoys me. It annoys living daylight out of me.
You can talk that scene.
That you can talk out.
That's I like Musa's views, and I say you see the within episodes. I bet.
Yeah, she's always she likes it.
She likes your views.
Your angle to things, your analytical views. I just say no, just keep watching, just keep listening.
That's Obed Musa. Musa Obed.
Musa Obed. That's Obed Musa.
Hi, my name is David, or you can call me Drones. I know you're about to listen to another really awesome episode, and I just stepped in like one really smelly mess that nobody planned for. But here's the gist. This podcast is managed by Was Podcasting, and our goal is to make the podcasting experience feel like a breeze for the podcasters. Unlike other people, for listeners like you, we have a podcast recommendation newsletter where we suggest interesting podcasts that we believe you will love, like this one. Just check the What's Podcaster link in the description and subscribe. You will get all for free new recommendations once weekly. And I promise you one thing, it will always make you feel something good or bad. One of them. Anyway, thank you for listening. Now, like that silent smelly mess, it's time for me to just, go and allow you continue. Enjoy.
Oh my God. Is it that babe?
That babe she's going to marathon everything and listen to everything like. Yeah.
Wait, is it that babe that what's her name?
No, not call her name. She was the one that we went to secondary school with now. Me and Prince went to secondary school with.
No, check the chat.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Not typewriter it is. How do you hear like that?
Guys, it's the keyboard for like
I kind of like it.
I love it. I love this
like
keyboard.
it.
It's not people like your keyboard making sound. Like it should be silent.
Keyboard.
The sound is
people say keyboard is important. I never understood.
No, the sound of the keyboard is not. I don't want any sound. Like imagine there's a serial killer in your house, bro, and your phone no dey around, but you want to send message to.
Why are you so extreme? Extreme on everything.
Your laptop to security.
You didn't.
And then your keyboard don't kill you. But when you silent, and you don't send them to all the necessary.
What are the chances that a serial killer will be in your house and you will need to use your computer to type? Like,
calm down. There's always a chance.
Anyways,
for everything.
my point. I'll put like the chat in the chat, like why I'm saying that because I like saw that.
Mm-hmm.
I saw what I put in the chat.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, that's my week. Let's just wrap it up.
Yeah, if you start to support our Patreon, that we launch one of these days, you'll be able to see the chat. Thank you.
Yeah, we able to see the charts, hear the names, see all these gay niggas, as they are shirtless.
Look at this lame man talking.
You shut up, you gay motherfucker. You, Musa, you have the.
Wait, Ego, are you trying to attack on a community? Like, Ego, are you trying to attack a particular community?
We started with this.
Yes, I am attacking the particular community. Look at this shit, bro. Musa has the highest propensity to be gay.
I'm not starting that conversation.
What?
Yes.
No Didi. Shegwa was
I say leave Shegu. He's not here.
Like a function.
Wait, we're going back to that statement that Ego made. I'm not moving.
No.
What do you mean? What do you actually?
Next on the topic, guys, we have one question that you guys should ponder on, right? So we're supposed to analyze and break down a startup, which is called. Should we do that, or should we go to the?
No, that should be a whole episode for itself. I want 1 hour at least to finish somebody's startup. I want time to deal with that one. Let's do something else.
So one question that we all have to answer. I told you guys I have a question for you guys on the spot, which is.
I have a question already in my head. I swear you're gonna answer. That's how I die.
And here's the question, right? The
I still
question,
make this episode. Wallahi, no bars.
yeah. I beg, Magana's, you should means shut up in Hausa for people who don't understand it. Anyway, moving forward. The question here is this.
Aka yi shuru ai. Bari in gamar da kai. Ina
Zimba
gamar
Kakashi ne? Zimba Kakashi? Akwai malam.
Bubanka.
ina gamar da kai a episode nan zaka sani. Ba komai.
So say.
Ci gaba.
So say.
There's no subtitles. Thank you.
While speaking in tongues. Connect the Holy Spirit.
The woman says it.
Now, here's the question. What is one business-related quality you're looking forward to in your future wife? Business-related quality. Prince, answer last. What is one business-related quality you're looking forward in your future wife? He wants to answer first or last. So, Musa, you go first. I'll go then, Prince.
Bro, understand the books. At the end of the day, the bottom line is the books. You understand the balance sheets, the fund. Like, I don't give a shit about any other thing. You should not even, I don't care. Don't be an entrepreneur. I don't care. But if you understand the books, they are more valuable than 10 entrepreneurs.
What do you mean the books? What do you mean by the books?
Balance sheets, profit and loss statements,
cash flow.
Those things, bro.
Okay. Just one quality, though. One quality.
If you understand the books and you understand the ratios, I go to cook the food.
This gay motherfucker. He said, if you understand the books, he's saying, yeah, I do. You don't even know the question.
Wow.
He's always saying, yeah, I do. Please, that was Shego. Shego just omitted himself and said, yeah, I do. Out of the blue. Oh my God.
Shego, what's your one quality in a lady or in your wife?
Yeah, what's one business-related quality you're looking forward to in your future wife?
Give me a bit. I will give it to you shortly. Give me a bit.
What?
Oh, yeah.
This guy is having function.
I'm giving him a bit.
Time, you are sitting on table.
Give him a bit.
Ego, answer.
So, Musa I'm on the same page with Musa. That was my answer basically. One business quality is I'm looking for a wife that can handle balance sheet. You can be my accountant. That's all. That's all I'm looking for. One business.
This guy is looking for personal assistance.
Ego. Also someone that can balance on the sheets.
Musa is giving us two birds with one
stone.
Someone
that can achieve equilibrium.
You guys say that he's looking for a wife that can balance the shit.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I am active now. What's up?
You know they're active.
What's up?
So Shego, I'm waiting for your reply. What is your one business quality?
Okay, what do you ask?
Hey, this boy is so out of touch. What is your one business quality you are looking for in your future wife?
Retweet. Come, I'm just here. This
one
is my
business quality.
What's Christ? Shego, wait. Come, this question should not be answered.
It's too late. You've already given your answer. Shego, your turn.
No, like it's a technical thing. If you actually do that, bro, no wala. But I'm telling you that, like, be mindful what you say.
Yeah,
He knows where he is.
Shego, answer.
I
To
plead
balance is not easy. Not anybody can go.
The fifth.
He pleads the fifth.
Like,
He pleads the fifth.
Musa, why are you trying to
What?
You have already given your answer. Why are you trying to stop Shego?
Yeah, Musa, no, Prince, go on. We don't have time anymore. Prince,
What did Shego say? The fifth?
Yes, he pleaded the fifth. He's not saying nothing again because of you.
I have to be out of here, guys.
It has been interesting. I say you should stop.
If I speak, I'm in big trouble.
Why are you in big trouble, guy? Worst case scenario, the girl will go and learn accounting. She likes you.
Exactly. Yeah.
The business quality I want in a wife is I want a wife that loses 10K a month, dollars a month in a flower shop and a coffee store. Like I want to be
insider.
I want to be so fucking rich that my wife will be losing 10K dollars a month on her coffee store.
You don't mind.
Nail salon.
10K a month. That's beans, my guy. We're looking at 50, 100.
Exactly. So that's
Yeah, I want.
Look at this money launderers.
Oh,
I don't
losing.
care.
It's losing.
If she's selling flowers, she can't be losing 10K. We close that shop. Oh. You come and cook for the
Oh,
No, guys.
You don't
I
have to.
poverty.
If like billionaire, 10K a month is nothing.
Maybe
I don't care, bro. Like, what the fuck do you mean you are losing 20 or 50K a month on selling flower pots? Sister, come back home. Let's use the
You
flower
know
pot
what
at
I
home.
actually thought? I
It's
actually
not
thought
fair.
they were talking about money laundry.
What?
I actually thought you were talking about money laundry.
No.
Now, where your mind dey go now? You consultants. These consultants say just like reduce cost, increase revenue, and then they say how
that's all. That's their own choice.
Yeah.
five-star hotel. I just come and say the solution is to reduce cost and increase revenue. Can you tell us?
Oh my god. Have you guys watched this YouTube guy? What's their name again? It's from the Morning Dew. The guys we ripped off. Evening Dew from. What's their name again?
Wow.
Good work.
You just
Funny enough,
confess.
their co-founder followed me.
Wow.
I'm dead serious, guy. Like, he followed me on YouTube. He followed me on Twitter. You know what their company is? The Morning Dew, right? That's the name of the company. The co-founder of the Morning Dew and co-founder of Evening and Beehive. He just followed me for no reason. I was like,
The co-founder of
cool.
Beehive too.
Yeah. They both started Morning Dew first, sold it, and since it was in the newsletter space, they just decided to make Beehive, based on like the fact that they were already in the newsletter space and they understood it very well. Yeah.
So now they're making the honey that serves the tea in the morning.
Exactly. I like that. That's what I want to do with Willow, But I'll shut up first for now.
Wow.
I just wanna.
What's the next topic, please?
I whip my
Okay.
hair. I whip my hair back and forth.
Yeah, this is why I say that and I say that time.
Pause. Yeah, man.
Musa had the highest propensity,
Oh, man.
to be an LGBTQ proponents for victory and freedom.
No, bro, misogyny does not you can't agitate your way into this argument. Like, because you're not agitated does not necessarily mean
I'm not agitating my way into anything, guys.
no, you're just agitating your way into it.
I'm not actually. If you really look about it, Musa, I'm just gonna shut up. So yeah.
Next topic.
Next, okay, yeah. This video, I'll put the video there. What does consultants actually do? You guys go watch it. It's in the WhatsApp group and it's be in the description for our listeners as well. Alright. Yeah. So moving to the next topic. The next topic we have here is a woman that sues her company. Now the headline says, now I'm reading this from the Hindustan Times. A woman sues a company that didn't give her work but paid her full salary for 20 years. I know Nigerians are screaming in their house and right now and screaming in their grave.
Everyone is screaming, but continue.
Government workers are like, what the fuck is this? Please who's watching video. Now, the woman...
No, continue.
Yeah, I don't watch it. I didn't say you should watch it now, like...
Listen.
Yeah. So basically, the woman sued her company, and let me read the story. Now, a woman in France has sued her employer for not assigning her any work while still paying her full salary for 20 years. Lawrence Van Washove is disabled, has decided to sue telecom giant Orange, alleging harassment and discrimination based on her health condition. Reported VN...
Wait, sorry, I'm trying to understand. They were paying her, and she's suing them because they did not give work for the money they paid.
Exactly. Now, Wesson Hove was hired by France Telecom in 1993 before Orange took over the company. France Telecom knew of her physical constraints. She was paralyzed on one side of her body and suffered from epilepsy. Therefore, she was offered a role suitable for her.
What was that role? Vacation?
Moving forward. Now, Wesson worked as a secretary and in human resources until 2022, when she requested a transfer. 2002. When she requested a transfer to another region of France. She did not find her new workplace suitable. However, Orange reportedly refused to make any adjustments. Instead, she was paid full salary, but no work was assigned to her. Now, Wassenhoff says this was done to push her out of the job without having to fire her outright. Quote, had to bear. While getting paid to do no work may seem like the dream scenario for many people, the French woman claims it was very hard to bear, according to The Sun. In 2015, she complained to the government and high authorities for the fight against discrimination after this Orange appointed a mediator to resolve this situation. However, Westenhoff claims her situation did not improve even after this. Her situation in this case is not getting work but getting paid. Now, quotes. This is her quotes. Being paid at home, not working, is not a privilege. It is very hard to bear. Her lawyer, David Nabbit Martin, also claims that she developed depression due to the isolation. I guess she's the only child now. Moving forward.
No,
Orange,
okay, just finish the story.
Orange, on the other hand, claims that it had done everything possible to ensure she works under the best conditions. I guess that's her living room. The telecom giant said it took her, quote, personal social situation, end of quote, into account and planned, quote, a return to work adapted position, end of quote, policy for Westenhoff, which never happened as she was regularly out on sick leave. Now,
That's all.
that's all. Yeah, that's the end of the story. That's the end of the story.
All these things start from the lawyer. I want to congratulate the lawyer. Because that guy has found murder. That guy has cashed out.
Yeah, that guy has cashed out, bro. That
Lawyers will say any fucking thing to make the bank. Those guys don't care about humanity. They don't give a flying fuck. They just want to cash out. So
The lawyer is
the lawyer. But my question now is, why can't they just fire her?
They will probably scared that if they fire her, she might sue for diversity, exclusion, and inequality.
No, you can just fire her for something else. Say I
Fire
fire her and fire 2 other people in the process.
Her misfortune is
It's a tech giant, it's a telecom giant guy. I'm sure they fire people every year. Add down the list. Common sense.
Do you know that it's very strange that what if she's not the only one? But other people have decided they just want to shut up and keep getting paid and they're happy with it.
Yeah, and then she fucked it up.
Like she's fucked it up for everything.
Lecturer in secondary school that, hey, sir, I'm not giving us assignment.
Those motherfuckers.
I'm telling you,
You know, there was actually a case of NVIDIA. I don't know if you guys read it this week, whereby like they overpaid salaries to Australian workers that they laid off because of errors in currency calculations. So I think they were supposed to pay like $7,000, but because of errors that they made, so laid off workers, they paid them $70,000.
Jeez, bro.
See,
Guy.
you know the right thing to do in that situation is to remove $60,000 and invest it in NVIDIA.
Talking about NVIDIA as well. Talking about NVIDIA, like I think it was Financial Times. I don't know where I read it this week too. Like I saw that, like NVIDIA is having a problem of success, which is that their most talented guys now want to retire because obviously their stocks now is like 10 to 20 million US dollars. So like they're just leaving and retiring. They just want to quit and go because of like the surge in the stocks of NVIDIA. They now have like those that have like stock options now like 10 to 20 million in stock value.
Yeah.
What's the truth? They have so much fucking money. Why are they still working? They want to just run and advocate.
Yeah, they can't stop working because like, well, the people need their products.
Bro, because what?
Do you know when they say work for passion? Whoever is working.
Nobody in tech or finance is passionate about bugs.
No,
Most of your work is just meeting, HR meeting and bugs, guys. There's nothing passionate about this shit. It's the money we're here for. You think we look like a passionate?
My passion is to retire from the company, sir.
I'm very passionate about maximizing my value and my portfolio. Thank you.
And to get out with my stock options.
Yeah, that's
what
crazy.
I tell you guys about. This is why you need to befriend everyone, especially unicorn leaders. Anyone know guys that is doing nights and weekends like what Ego is doing. The same. That's why I befriended him. I don't really like him, but I'm better friend.
You piece of shit.
I can
That's
join
it,
the board.
your TikTok right now. After 10 years of being friends, is today you
I will
decided
tell
to.
you plus. What did I tell you, Jeff? And I said, Ego, I see you going very far. And then I was the one that gave you the name Jones. But that's a
Yeah.
story for that. I was literally the one that invented the name Jones. My name used to be on the wall or something. So I know that when Ego
what was the context?
will add me
What was
on
the
the
context?
board, guy, think of it like when you watch all these movies like I Robots back in the time. When
Yeah.
robots are making sound, they make like drum, drum, that kind of vibe. So that's where drones came from. Perfect.
And
That's like
I
the
was,
nickname of the year. What?
I was already into like tech stuff even back in.
Yeah, he liked wires and breaking stuff at home and fixing them back.
Yeah.
So, like, I was even when Ego did not believe it, I was the only one that believed in this motherfucker.
You
So
shut the fuck
I
up.
know I have a seat on his board in due time. So you don't know what's going to be the next rocket ship.
Nah, they've given me board seat already, bro.
Look at Musa. For example. Musa has so much chest hair, he can develop waves on his chest. But he's my guy. See, today I'm here for violence because I'll piss you guys for the day.
You can cut Musa's chest hairs and do bone straight for somebody.
But
Like,
because when Musa blows up, I will be on his board. Whichever one becomes a rocket ship guy, we're all fucking with that. So that's
oh my god,
you
you can use Musa's you can use Musa's chest hair to do wig for people that have anesthesia. That's
I think you want to keep stretching this joke. I feel you're going to make it 2 more. Let's just give you the chance.
No. I'm done. That's the end of it. That's the end of it.
Shego, where are you?
He's not here. He's not here.
God save him. I will enter him next week.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I swear, I don't. Two for Kikere. Ego don't do me 3. Wow.
See, last week they finished Igbo people. I just did it. They smile.
Now me they finish Igbo people.
Yes.
Blizo, I beg you. I don't use to finish anybody. And they talk with him, start the talk.
Yeah, that's yeah. Are we done with this woman's case? Because like I don't understand.
So like I mean, okay, let's actually look at this one situation, right? Let's hypothetically give her an argument that she might
we have like 10-15 minutes left on this podcast. So
yeah, okay, like 3 minutes mark. I'm going to do a TED talk rapidly. So let's hypothetically think that she's right and she has an argument in this case. What are the reasons and the scenarios whereby like she can get, like she can win the case? Number one is the fact that she's basing that, the discrimination is because, like I have a disability. So if that is the case, let's think about it. Why would somebody want to sue you, even though you're paying her, right? Because of disability. The larger question then becomes, like that's now, you now have to try and enter her mind. And so like, if you try and enter her mind, what is she thinking, right? Insecurity, like, like emotional insecurity, like insecurity about her own self, probably like she has been going through this all her life. And then the company has literally said, God, what do we even do with this woman? And literally, they just don't know what to do with you. And they literally pay you to get rid of you. So she feels like I'm so worthless. And like my situation is so permanent and visible that people rather get rid of me and pay me than actually like sack me off entirely at the end of the day. So if that's the case, right, there's a basis to our arguments. But then for us, like looking at this, especially as Nigerians, like, madam, you know,
you're getting paid. You're getting paid.
Remember, she had a position before Orange took over the telecom company. And when they took over, she already had physical
job. She had a job.
But she already had physical challenges before the takeover. So it simply means that out of the kindness and Jesus' joy in their hearts, they gave her the relocation she desired and they provided her with money, which is why you should not be kind all the time. Sometimes you just have to be a capitalist. Because now kindness causes all these things. You say
you're countering the stereotypes of Igbo people. Like
this guy, Prince is profit driven. He doesn't give to shit about anything.
No, but this is classic. We cannot be looking at the false negatives and be cancelling the true positive. Look at everything here. Now their empathy finish them. Now, I don't mind offering her stock options and letting her go as empathy. But keeping her, relocating and putting her on salary when you know you are in a woke Europe. What
Bro.
did you think, nigga?
Yeah. Well,
They will
let
sue
me.
you now. But in their defense, that was like in the 90s. So back then, wokeness wasn't mainstream. Now that it's mainstream, she don't use them capitalize on their head now. Next time, they will.
Now she
Here's
wants
my
that.
guy, my boy Putin. Let's talk about him.
Yeah, I don't have info on Putin, so you guys give me info.
You know how Putin, bro, just go to YouTube and put Putin driving Kim Jong-un. They drove themselves in the Rolls Royce, bro.
Look how love stories that.
Guy.
You need to
And they
watch
gifted themselves.
And they were waving at themselves.
Guy, they're smiling and waving at themselves. Like, bye, my
Continuously.
bestie. Bye.
Yeah.
Like, this world is so messed up. We're all making fun about people that can fuck us up.
The two most dangerous people are having fun and we're all
Go
having
to
fun.
YouTube now.
Yeah. Just imagine. Watch Putin and Kim
Second
wave
video,
goodbye
second
to each other. Let's watch this one first. Like, the link will be in the description for this.
This is the
See them. Yeah, this is crazy as fuck.
You need to watch people that
It's not like he couldn't stop with it.
I've never seen Putin smile this long in my life.
Guy, these guys had sex, bro. Like,
no, finish the video. Now only kiss they don't blow for each other.
do you get like what was their plan?
All the things Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un did when the Russian president was in Pyongyang. Look at all the gifts.
Oh my god, can you mute this stuff? No, this is not the video. This is a video of them drive. Okay. Is it?
Is it now?
Are they driving us? Okay, yes. Yeah.
Video of them driving each other now.
So Putin gave me
if you are listening to this on audio for your if you are listening to this on your audio, what they are doing right now, they are both touching horses and they are laughing about it, and camera is now Kim Jong-un is feeding the horse and they are gisting.
Guys, oh Jesus Christ.
They've entered the Rolls Royce now, and then Kim is driving the Rolls Royce and arranging his style, smiling like game.
Like the number one comment I saw on IG was like, I bet they showed each other their missiles.
This guy's kissed, bro. Like they're looking at they are North Korean relics.
Yeah, he gave him Odomodo's dagger. He gifted him dagger too.
See, imagine, see all the children now singing their guy, like the whole country came outside, bro.
Why would you say that? You're inside prison for life. You better clap.
Guy, these people can kill this whole fucking world, bro. Like, they just see Putin. Hold on, we're coming. Oh, hold on, we're coming. What's the that song used to play during every at the end of every Fast and Furious again? When I see you again.
The next time we touch now, we might not have an edit.
The reason why we cannot really relate is because we are not dictators. So
this kind of like
to be honest, I feel like there's a connection there, but we are not instead enough people.
The only thing stopping Prince from being the next Putin or being the next Hitler is grace of God. The only thing stopping him from being the next Hitler is because he's black. Probably it's because he's black.
I did not say they are right. All I said is that we can't only relate because we are not dictators. How the fuck am I Hitler?
If let's say you're white,
if you feel left out, then go and start dictating shit. Maybe you can take over Ife and start from there.
Start with your girlfriend. You just tell her, hey, go and wash the plates. What are you doing? You're sitting down with me. That's so misogynist. I shouldn't be saying that, bro.
Wow. And what's funny is that you actually have a female roommate and she's hearing all these things.
I shouldn't be saying that. Oh God. Anyway, thank you all.
At least like you caught yourself and you recognize that what you just said.
Yeah, like you're bleeding out, but you caught yourself.
It's all jokes now. As we said in the beginning of this
compare Egg Up in episode 1. Literally, Egg Up. Hey, I lost an opportunity to talk to somebody because of Egg Up in episode 1. Jesus Christ, like
Ego was too
Like, why do you guys call women bitches?
yeah,
That's all.
Ego was very bad.
Yeah, I've
Wow.
changed. I'm a changed man. You
So
know,
you
it's the
changed
same
when
thing
we
I
have
was saying.
disclaimer. When we now have disclaimer, you're saying everything. Now we have disclaimer. You're
Mm,
changing.
I'm a changed man. It's the same thing I was saying in the court of law. Then I was younger, I was more foolish. Now I'm a changed man, and I plead the fifth. Yeah.
That's not how you used to plead the fig. Okay.
It sounded cool. It sounded cool. I think, when you're in the court, you're like, I'm sorry, Your Highness, I'm sorry, I plead the fifth. And they're like, what do you say? I'm like, I plead the fifth. I'm so sorry. I plead
You
the
don't
fifth.
plead the fifth when you're saying you're sorry. You plead the fifth when you claim you not do it and you don't want to say
Yeah.
anything more.
I
You
can
need
still
to learn
apologize for this.
Eh?
I'll be trained. It's true. Guy, I once went head to head with the lawyer before. When I was still like dragging for my company back there with my former co-founder now, and she called the lawyer on me. So like the lawyer had a call with me and stuff now. And when the lawyer was talking, I just stopped him in between. I was like, this is fun. And the guy was like, what did you say? I was like, this is fun. And I was like, what do you like? Did you just say this is fun? I was like, yeah. It was like, what do you mean? So I'm here wasting my time and you're telling me this is fun. I'm like, yeah, it's like, it's
Someone
interesting.
wasting you and proud.
I was like, it's interesting, like we're having this conversation for this company. I didn't imagine the company could be this valuable enough for us to be having this conversation. I'm really happy. Like it's I enjoy doing this. And I was like, so to you now, I'm cracking joke. I'm making comedy. I lost the company, but
The conclusion, it was fun.
and then this kitty beat your ass.
Oh my god!
One short man to tell you this is fun.
Yeah, like there are two people you should never say this is fun to: bankers and lawyers. Oh, three: politicians, bankers, and lawyers. And you told one of the most aggressive lawyers.
Even politicians and bankers don't talk to lawyers like that.
Like when you told me, I was like, what?
I see when you work suit since secondary school. You can't jam you, they tell them this is fun. Wow.
And like it's not like a low-level lawyer, it's like the kind of lawyer that, like pride day in body, like he displays his awards, he has been on like, going abroad, blah blah blah. So like it's shacking him, the law is shacking him. I ever was there telling him this is fun.
At the end of the day, I had a good time. Like I had to start my company from scratch. And I said it's like you don't understand the kind of power I have when I tell this story right now, where I'm like, see, I told the lawyer to his face, this is fun. I lost the company, I started again, and it was still fun. You don't get like that is
this
the
new
kind
one
of
more valuable than the previous one?
yes, my current company is more valuable than it was before. And
Talk your shit, nigga.
I'm very, very excited for it. Like I have much more customer base right now. The projection for like 1 year time is so much more than it used to be. Right now I have full ownership. I have a propensity to expand into other countries.
And add me to the board.
Yes. I have 2 upcoming board members. It's nice. Yeah, I've had partnership like currently right now in the tech space. The name is beginning to spread around. Like people are beginning to recognize it to the point where somebody reach out to me like, "Hey, Alpha, I saw that your company does this, and I want to learn more about podcasting as a whole." Like I'm beginning to own people's mental real estate just because of this. I'm excited for it, bro. I'm excited for it. Like, at the end of the day, it was fun.
You know what?
What?
This is fun.
This is actually
Wow. Do I like I'm joking? Do I like I'm playing?
Dana, like us. Hey, God, when Dr. Dre said, I see dead people. Like he scattered the entire argument. He broke whatever conversation was had. When Dre said that, like he sealed and coffined everything.
And nailed the coffee. Like to be honest, like we're talking about Kendrick Lamar's friends and events.
Ken and friends.
That was like the most interesting funeral service I've ever seen in my life. To be honest, it should have ended like the ending credits. You should have been playing BBL Drizzy. BBL Drizzy. I love that song.
No, bro. They should have done God's plan. God's plan. God's plan.
No, that BBL Drizzy was cool.
The whole state just to beef one guy. I guess crazy, man.
Can you know the power of hate? He used hate to bring the whole West Coast together, like on one stage. Like he literally brought guys that were fighting and beefing themselves by the hate of one man.
Lords, Pyrus, all of them, they did it together, they dance. I even see one small boy. This boy was like 7. He was blood walking on stage on Amazon Prime. And they were doing photo shoot on stage. And then the first part of the night,
in the middle like this.
Yeah, the best part of the night is the fact that LeBron was there, but he couldn't climb stage. Everybody was like, his wife was like, no, you're not going up there. You're not a good person. But you know, say LeBron go all climb stage now, Famsa. It's the news that are coming out. Like,
Kevin Durant climbed the stage now.
What?
Was it Kevin Durant? What was that?
No, Westbrook. A lot of people were there.
Okay.
Westbrook, DeRozan.
It's not Durant. I don't think it's Durant.
No, Durant wasn't there. It was DeRozan. Those are the 2 basketballers. One guy in Chicago.
No, it's Westbrook. Yeah, I think it's...
Yeah. LeBron be there, but no fit climb his wife no Durant.
No, niggas, enough of American shit. God bless you. Yes.
It was Westbrook in the picture. That Westbrook was like had this like mean face.
In closing, let's conclude. In conclusion, guys, what do you guys plan on doing this week?
My village people attack me. I'm not saying shit.
No, like give us preamble, like your overreaching goal for this week, like one liner overreaching goal for this week.
I want to do my best this week. Thank you, sir.
I'm planning to stay alive.
I'm planning to oblige by rule number 1.
Yes, rule number 1. Rule number 2. Like, to be honest, we can be saying the 7 rules at the closing of the OT so people can get comments. But like, I don't understand us. So we have a creed on our group that we'll be making small, I mean. And the creed is so funny because we don't even have up to 7 rules yet. We have rule number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7. We're still trying to fill up the rest. I'm sure I gave rule number 5 the other day, but like no one added it. Let me search our chat.
Search. Is it on the description?
No, it's not in the description. I know I typed it one day because one was
season, because even Whiskey don't open church, maybe if we try our luck.
Please help me confirm how I can add the podcast to Substack. I just realized I have Substack.
I'll say the rule number 5 one of these days.
Okay. Mustard and a bit, yo. Mustard and a bit, yo.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, nobody remember when I say rule number 5?
No.
Damn, I literally say like within the past 2 weeks, I was so hyped that day and I made me very mad on 5. But we can just share the first 4 rules that we have right now. I'm so pissed.
Okay. So, first
rule number 7. Rule number 7 is private. You don't share that.
Yeah. So, rule number 1: don't die or don't
game over,
die.
bro. If you die, game over.
Exactly. Rule number 2: do not interrupt compounding.
Unnecessary.
Credits to Charlie Munger. Rest in peace.
Exactly. Rule number 3: not forever. Today, not forever. You failed today, but it's not forever, basically. Rule number 4: invest in yourself before investing in stocks. That is it. We jumped 6 and we can't mention 7. Yeah, 7 is our personal,
if we do 7, we'll allow them. No fear.
Yes, exactly. When one of us achieves, when one of us achieves it, we just be like,
Prince is most likely to achieve it first.
At this point, yes. I'm supposed to be fucking networking his fathers. 7. If you don't understand the 7 after what I just said, there's no.
Yeah, it's called 7 Rules of Greatness, basically.
What?
7 Rules of Greatness.
That name no catch,
yeah. We'll figure it out. Anyway, that's it. So the quote for this week, as we end this episode, would be: you never know what worse luck your bad luck has saved you from. Embrace it and keep moving forward.
Please, what? I mean, you that thing.
You never know. You never know what your worst luck. No, sorry. You never know what worst luck your bad luck has saved you from. Embrace it and keep moving forward.
Oh, BS, bro. Huge BS.
I see BS.
BS, because it's the kind of things that is like you know all those codes that like sound authentic on the surface level, but it's like you have no power whatsoever over like the codes. Like
gender equality.
There's no agency in that code, and as a result, like it's the kind of codes that makes no sense. Sounds
like all those codes that is like be happy you are trekking. If you have a car, what if you're in a car accident yesterday?
No. It's like the quote is like you never know what your worst luck your bad luck.
You never know, and you can never know. Is my point.
Exactly. I found it.
Exactly. But you embrace the situation you are in and keep moving forward. Like it's basically that it's like just saying that keep moving forward no matter what, just keep moving forward.
Then
find a way out of it.
Keep moving forward, which means you never know the bad luck your luck has saved you from.
That's a very bad. We'll just end it with 05 that I just found. 05. Make it look easy.
No, that's actually in 48 laws of power.
So fuck what? It's not. This whole world is just plagiarism of plagiarism.
Bro, everybody, last, even them Einstein plagiarized God. So
exactly, for crying out loud, on all these AI checkers, which is why if you tell me I use AI to write something, I'll say no, and you can't prove it. Because what did AI checker tell us? That Genesis was AI generated. Imagine.
Yeah, exactly. AI checkers don't. I have done research on this topic, right? When I was curious, I was like, AI checkers are not a real thing.
Yeah,
they basically exactly. They just use analysis and they guess. They basically tell you shit. Like that's what it is. They guess. And sometimes they analyze the best written articles and then they use that. Like if your article is well properly written, it's AI checked. That's what they will tell you. They don't give a shit. If it's properly written, the grammar, the structure, English has a structure. If it's written in that perfect structure, they will call it as AI written because they do not believe you are perfect enough to do that. Now, especially if it's at exactly AI, they limit your own possibility. They tell you, say, reach me. Why you go
it's like last week when they tell you go make it moving code.
Oh, the code too high for this class. Tone them down. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the internet, thank you for listening to this point. This is our episode is going to be coming out. I won't give a date, so I won't shoot myself in the leg. But yeah, thank you very much.
I want to finish up by reading the manifesto by Sotsika again. I just believe it can be revolutionary and powerful. I want to do like next Friedman. First of all.
Okay.
I've been practicing to like Chris. I've been practicing to like that Chris guy. So read it. When you finish reading Chris now, the guy that has the modern something podcast.
Okay. Okay. So like Friedman, Safe Intelligence Incorporated. Super. Hey, Jesus Christ.
At the end of this podcast, fuck you, no wonder. Oh, police. Police.